Lucky, lucky, lucky me. Oh.
Hey everyone, welcome back to Wellness Global and the I Am the Brand Business Accelerator interview series here on YouTube. I am Valerie Engel Roberts, your hostess and the facilitator of the I Am the Brand Business Accelerator. We have 38 experts in all realms of personal professional development here for you in the accelerator so that you can develop all those parts of you or whichever piece is really calling out to you now. And today I'm very excited to welcome another friend from Canada, but a very unique person in business and perspective and expertise, Sally Pederson. Welcome, Sally.
Well, thank you very much, Valerie, for having me here. I'm very excited.
We're thrilled to have you. I love your topic. And I'm excited for people to get a little bit taste of that. So we'll talk about that today. But tell us a little bit about yourself. Where you at? Tell us about Sally.
Well, as you said, so I'm originally from Canada, but now I generally split my time between Spain and Montenegro. I've also lived in Costa Rica, so I travel a lot, and I love moving to international destinations. In part, it's just getting to know people and getting to know cultures, trying different foods. I think all of that is great. And I mean, the world, in one way, the world is quite large. It takes a long time to get around it, but it is quite small. And generally, as we meet more people from around the world, we all have things that are in common, even though we're at different stages of life and we may have different religious beliefs, different political beliefs, and different thoughts and feelings on things. But it's really, a lot of people are generally the same. We want happiness. We want freedom. We want to do whatever it is that makes us happy, and that's different for every person. So I try to help facilitate and promote that happiness with my business. Our tagline is to help you live your best life, and whatever that may be for you, because my lifestyle is not a match for everyone. And I'm completely aware of that. And I have some of my best friends. Their lifestyle is not a match for me, even though we're best friends. And we live very differently, but we have so many things in common. And we just, I'm self-employed. I have a friend of mine who is a fabulous employee, and she said, I'd never want to work for myself. I don't know how you do it. And I said to her, I don't know how you go to the same office and do the same job every day, day after day. Like, I would want to stab myself in the eye with a pencil. Not literally, of course, but we're just very different. But she's one of my best friends. And so I know that we can get along, have lots of things in common, learn things from everybody else, and have our own best life, whatever it is that we desire and want.
I love that so much. And it's really all about uh, digging into yourself and learning who you are and what you want, and not that like with Instagram or something like that, you see all of these lives and you're like, that looks cool, that looks cool. It might be cool and it might look cool, but that doesn't mean it's the right thing for you. So I love that you pointed that out. It's not about trying to keep up with the Joneses or whatever. It's about knowing your heart and what you want, and then creating that life based on your values and your happiness. Yeah, nice.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And
Talk
it's
about your business. Go ahead and talk about your business. And I'm sorry,
okay.
continue.
And so my business is called Global Citizen Life. So we help people diversify globally. And I'll give the broad spectrum of kind of everything we do, but not everybody does all of these things. And so part of it is I can help people start a business. And I've been in business for most of my working career. I've been self-employed and owned businesses and things. So there's that. And then we also, when people start businesses, we always recommend that they have their corporation in a low tax or no tax jurisdiction, because why give away more of your money to the tax man who tends to waste money in ways that we normally don't really like, on average. And so we diversify with that. And then, of course, to protect our assets. The last thing that we want is people to be working and buying assets and things and then lose them to a frivolous lawsuit, or, we just kind of hit some tough times and all of a sudden we lose everything. We want to prevent that from happening. And then for those who are more like me and who want to move abroad, We help pick that destination that is ideal for their lifestyle, what they want, the stage of life that they're in, and help get citizenships and residencies and things that are required. And it doesn't mean that they have to even move abroad full time. Some people are more part-time, some people are casual, some people, have like having that extra passport just in case they really don't like what their local government is doing, or in times of identity theft. And we have to think about all of those things. And so these are kind of insurance policies, as some people would say, to protect ourselves and our asset. And if we ever want to leave the country that we're currently in, we don't want to have to then start. If I think, oh my gosh, I need to get out of here soon, this is getting crazy, for whatever my definition of crazy is, and then have to wait 3 months, 6 months, 9 months, a year, depending upon what that process is. And so we always like to say it's better to be 2 years early than a day late. And just to help do that. And ultimately we just want to help people live their best life, what that is to them, their thoughts, their feelings, where they want to be, what they want to do. And it's definitely far from, as we say, and you said, keeping up with the Joneses, because we know that that doesn't make people happy. If money and fame and things like that made everybody happy, there wouldn't be people that are famous or super wealthy that have drug and alcohol addictions and problems like that. And so that happiness comes internally, what we enjoy doing. Some of the happiest people that I know, and if we look at happy indexes, are not super wealthy people. They're making decent money, they're paying their bills, but they're part of community, they're doing a job that they love, their family, their connections, and that's what makes people happy. They tend to fill the void buying things when we're not happy, and that void doesn't get filled for long. And unfortunately, then people end up buying more and more and more. So we want to prevent that. We want you to enjoy your money, enjoy your time, and do the things that you love. And as I say, you do you, whatever you want to do.
What an amazing resource. I mean, to have you for those people who are thinking about that path. And I can imagine that a lot of people have, thought about it in their daydreams, and it might be on their vision board, but they haven't taken action on it because it probably feels overwhelming. And they don't know where to start. They don't know how, who to ask. And now they do.
That's right. And it's all about, asking questions, because we don't know what we don't know. And the first time I moved abroad, I learned some lessons the hard way, the expensive way, because I just didn't know. I've now lived in 5 countries. So I have quite a bit of experience, and I see the patterns that things will be slightly different but very similar, when moving abroad from different countries, and the feelings and things that we go through, and dealing with family and friends and work and everything. So
Yeah, what a great resource. I'm excited to learn more myself, because it's definitely something on my vision board, and that when my son's out of school in a few years, I'll have more freedom to pursue things like that without feeling, tied to his education and whatnot. So super excited for you to be here. We're in the program now. I am the brand. We have members trickling in. We're anticipating impacting quite a lot of holistic professionals over the next 3 months, and really giving them a toolbox to figure out what it is they want, and then find those resources like yourself, to help them get there. So to identify those people that resonate with them, and use those tools. So what we've done is created a promo code. So, if you're listening right now, if you're listening or watching this video, and you're like, I want to connect more with Sally, and I want to hear more about what's going on, use her last name. Do you say it Pederson or Peterson?
Peterson.
Okay, I've heard it both ways spelled with a D like that. So Peterson.
Mhm.
So you'll use her last name as your promo code, and that will get you in the doors for just $111. So go ahead and jump in and do that. Mercury retrograde ends next week, so you guys need to take action so that you're ready. Sorry, my little astrology piece popping in there. But use that promo code and come in. We don't want anyone to pay full price to come in. We have an awesome group, and we want you to be there. So go ahead and do that. I'm already loving the connections that are being made in the group. I'm watching these experts and members set up coffee chats, go live on Instagram together, make their own videos when they merge their expertises together and collaborate. And then they're making their own videos on their own pages and starting into joint ventures. And we've only been in there for 2 weeks. So it's really, really cool and just a wonderful group of people to network with and connect with. Sally, what are you looking forward to in the group, and what are you looking forward to bringing to our members?
I'm really looking forward to with connecting with people and helping them perhaps overcome that fear or that uncertainty or even just the unknown, because it can seem overwhelming, of all the things that I do, whether it's just moving your corporation to another country or jurisdiction, or getting ready to move abroad, or even part-time, and to let people know, like, it's okay. I've done it, many people have done it. You know, you have questions, people have questions, and I want to make them feel comfortable so then they can make the right decisions for them, because everybody's decision of what they want to do for them is unique to themselves, and we can't make the right decision if we're not informed. And so I will do my best to inform everybody with as much information that I have so then they can make that right decision for them.
Awesome. We're so glad you're here. I already know several people who are going to be hitting you up for one-on-ones and to have a consult or some more information on what you're doing. How do people, if somebody's watching this video on YouTube and they don't want to wait, how can they get in touch with you and how can they learn more?
Well, they can go directly to my website, and it's globalcitizenlife.org.
Perfect. I was just talking to somebody yesterday who was thinking about getting a dual citizenship for a business opportunity they'd been invited to, and they couldn't do it as a US citizen, but if they could, if they did dual citizenship. And I'm like, okay, now I know. I'm going to send them your name because that's something that they could probably glean a lot of wisdom from you.
Absolutely. There's so many opportunities that people aren't aware of if they have dual citizenship, or even just a residency status can open up a lot of opportunities in other countries that we don't have if we're just in our home countries.
Great. So I hope that you all are letting the wheel spin and having a little bit, transmuting that fear of the unknown into the hope of possibility, and looking forward to, in a very safe space within our private Facebook group, asking those questions or connecting with Sally personally and talking with her specifically about your plan in more depth, whichever one. That's what we're here for. So we're building community, we're getting to know each other, and how beautiful is it that we can now, take a trip for business or pleasure and have friends in different cities around the world that we can meet up for coffee or lunch. We were talking about this before we recorded, just how cool it is to truly be able to form not transactional relationships, but real, true relational, personal and business relationships around the world.
It's fantastic. And sometimes I've been traveling and I've had a friend reach out, or I've seen a picture on Facebook, and one time they were in Ireland, and I was in Dublin too, and I said, wait a minute, you're in Ireland? I'm in Dublin right now. And we met up and had talking. It was an old colleague that I hadn't seen in years. And things like that happen. I don't want to say a lot, but it is common, because I do travel so much, that I end up meeting people and having coffee or lunch in places, in countries that we have not originally met in.
Yeah, so fun, and just opens up a world of possibility for life
Mhm.
and for creating that abundance and that really living out what's possible for you in your life, making it come true. So thank you, Sally, so much for being here today with us. And we look forward to seeing you inside of I Am the Brand. Folks, go to iamthebrand.info, use Sally's last name, Pederson, with a D. You can cut and paste it. It's in the description there and YouTube, and come in for $111. Join us in there. Let's form community. Let's create relationships where we can meet each other around the world for coffee. And Sally, any last thoughts or encouragements that you want to share before we pop off?
Well, one of the things that I say to people to get them to really think is, we are all going to die. Question is, will you really live?
Love it. What a way to end it all. Yes, thank you so much. We will see you in the group, and you all have a great day. Bye.
Lucky, lucky, lucky me.